All right.
Good to see everybody. Fun atmosphere. What we're looking for in the game to stay healthy, which we did. Be able to, play hour and a half of football. Be able to tackle, make it a game. I think that's why we do it. So it was fun to compete. Went all the way down to the end. Got a 24-23 victory, which was pretty awesome. Was able to incorporate some things along the way, which was fun. But most important thing for me was the guys having fun, guys smiling, guys enjoying it, guys understanding that we get to do this, and it's a privilege. So really excited about how we ended spring. Now we got a lot of work to do when it comes down to this summer. How close can we get as a team? How much of strides we can make in the weight room, strides we can make with nutrition, strides we can make in the meeting room, and then see how good we can be for camp. So really excited with the way spring ended, though, and what a fun night.
You had a lot of guys here from the NFL, a lot of NFL guys. Did they have much of a chance to address the team, interact with the team, or what was their role?
Yeah, last night the team heard from Jake Locker, the team heard from Danny Shelton, the team heard from Shaq Thompson, the team heard from Lincoln Kennedy. Today, the team heard from Brandon King and Josh Uche, two guys that played for the Patriots that came to visit Steve. The team heard from Marcus Peters. I think probably that was about it, maybe 7 or 8 NFL guys. Saw Vita, which was great. But it was awesome to get all these guys here. And then, obviously, it was awesome to see the new guys that are now in the NFL, the newbies that were playing in this game last year, with Mike being here and Westover, I think I saw, and a couple other guys. So just we want to welcome back our alumni. We had over 250, I think, alumni here last night. I don't know how many were additionally were at the game today. But that was a great experience for our players to sit with the alumni in their position and hang out with them. And when you have so many NFL players that played here and so many NFL players that are still currently in the league that on their own flew here, it's pretty special.
This was a lot bigger crowd than they've had for a spring game here in a long time. Why do you think you were able to get more people out, and how important is that to you for an event like this each year?
Yeah, it's important to me. I love it. I love being a chance for our fans to experience what our kids get to do every day. Why play in an empty stadium if you could play in not an empty one? It was, I think, hopefully next year's spring game we could even have more people. Maybe their buddies and their friends will tell them, hey, that was a great night. Let's come. Let's, bring a friend. If everybody brought a friend, maybe we'd have a sellout. How awesome would that be? We need to make it more of a party atmosphere on a spring game and really just enjoy ourselves out there. That's what the whole idea is. So we pushed it. We wanted people to be here. They responded. It's also a credit to last year's team. I'm sure these fans wanted to come see. They wanted to see what it looked like. Last year's team was 14-1, and now you got a chance to come back here and celebrate last year's team while kicking off this team. And one thing we'll never forget is the success of last year's team and the year before, and we're going to try to build off of that.
You're obviously through 15 practices. You can only learn so much in spring, but what do you feel like you've learned about this team that maybe you didn't know a month ago?
I think we've learned that they like to compete, and they understand how to act like pros. They enjoy doing things right, and they enjoy doing things the hard way. And that's a credit to who was recruited here. That's a credit to the guys that came here with us, that the players that want to be here, they like to work really hard. They like to have long practices. They like to tackle. They like to be physical, and they love the game of football. So I've learned that if you surround yourself with people like that, you got a great chance. On top of that, they got good at football acumen. We obviously didn't do a lot tonight intentionally, but we're going to use these next, whatever it is, May, June, July, August. We got 4 months to see how good we can get, and we're going to challenge our team to do that.
When did you find out Carson Bruner had such an arm?
Tonight, whenever that pass was thrown. I didn't know we had it. I didn't know he could kick either. We had a little fun with picking Denzel and Carson. Got the kick for some points, but I didn't know they had the double pass in. They didn't run that up the flagpole. So they got to have some fun tonight. I got to take the night off, a calm place, and just be a fan. And I did get to see that video template stuff. That was pretty cool. So it's fun to be back on the field. It's fun to be on the grass. And wow, what a place this place is, man. This Husky Stadium. Wow, it's pretty awesome.
What do you think? Number 1 to practice number 15. Who are some guys that just really elevated themselves and really improved along the way?
Well, you know, the guys that never get any credit are the centers. That first practice, man, we had a lot of balls on the ground. And, you know, we were asking, we had no one that's ever played center play center all spring. And then they all, you know, if you snapped it in high school or you snapped it in 8th grade, we were playing center and lining up against some pretty good defensive linemen. So a huge Parker Cross jumping in there, Michael Watkins jumping in there, Zach Henning jumping in there. I mean, those 3 guys were not centers when they walked in the door. Michael maybe in high school. So the balls were on the ground a lot early. And I was a little nervous about spring ball, but they did a great job. I saw a huge improvement there. I saw a huge improvement on the guys that we all noticed, right? Denzel Boston, Cam Fabiculan, what I like to call Cam Fabulous. He has done a great job of getting better, you know, every day. I think that I saw a lot of great things out of Thad Dixon. He showed up. But there's so many guys, you know, that have practiced well, played hard, but I don't want to start naming guys because I'll forget somebody. So I'll go with Parker Cross, Zach Henning, and Michael Watkins, who's done a great job of really improving.
Elijah Jackson was in uniform, but I don't think he played, did he?
Yeah, I think maybe he had some tweak that we didn't want to take any risks, but he's completely fine. Just he'll be totally fine. It was probably a week or so that we've got to just monitor him, make sure he's good, make sure he's healthy, and make sure he can attack this summer. We don't need to force feed us a game tonight.
What do you think about the way the quarterbacks performed today?
Good. I'd have to watch the tape to really be able to see, you know, how many plays did I not blow dead that I might have blown dead in real life? How many times would a guy scramble out and make a big play that we did blow dead? You know, it's hard to see. But for the most part, they managed the game. I think we only had to take one timeout for what would have been a delay game. It's hard because the clock's running the whole time. So, you know, you don't know how many plays you're actually going to get off. But for the most part, it seemed like they made good decisions. There's some things here or there that we clearly have to clean up. But that's what the summer's for. And I'm just excited to see how good we can get this summer. That's the biggest challenge. I mean, we're not taking this summer and using this as a vacation. We're taking this summer and really challenging ourselves to see how good we can be.
With so much turnover from last year to this year, so many new leaders on the team, how has the leadership kind of come together with some of the upperclassmen that remained?
Yeah, I think the leaders have been great. I think the players have been great. They've done a really good job of bringing along the freshmen, making the freshmen feel included. They've done a really good job of bringing along the transfers and making the transfers feel included. And then the transfers have come in and done a really good job being leaders as well. And the cross-pollination of the groups have been really fun to watch and see. And I think we have some really good leadership, but we'll begin our leadership council meetings a week from Monday. We'll dig deep into that aspect of our program, and we'll really see how we can do in terms of creating great leaders throughout the summer.
Where are you at additions to the roster? You mentioned that you need to bring in more linemen, probably a tight end. And where are you in that process, and how many more do you anticipate bringing in?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have some commits that we just can't comment on because of the fact that they haven't signed or enrolled. But I think we have, we're pretty close to having our roster full. We're pretty close to having 85 scholarships, being able to, I would assume, not announce it till June 17th when the first day of enrollment is, but we're about there.
All right.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you. Have a great night. Thanks for coming tonight.